Hello Calgary, I'm Abe Brown, the Executive Director of In From the Cold, and on behalf of the staff and families here at In From the Cold, we want to wish you and your loved ones a warm and safe holiday season. And of course, because of your support, we've been able to operate 365 days a year, turning no family away who comes to us in need. So come on in, we're going to see exactly what happens, how we support children and families who are going through housing crisis here at In From the Cold. So come on in and let's check this out. So every family who comes in from the cold finds themselves in the middle of a housing crisis, and it's a really difficult time for them. So, of course, as soon as our families come in the door with their children, first thing they do is come to our intake desk. And of course, today we've got Aline and Gary working, and of course, they are super compassionate, and they spend time with our families, making sure that they feel warm, safe, and cared for. So, Aline and Gary, thanks for the incredible, awesome work that you guys do. Of course, we're going to go now check out our shelter and see what happens up there. So follow me. We have 27 cubicles for families here at In From the Cold with a capacity for 120 people. And to be honest, we've been at capacity or over capacity 65% of the time in 2017. And that literally means we've given out 31,000 shelter beds this year alone. Now, our shelter staff, they're the absolute backbone of In From the Cold. We couldn't do anything that we do here without them. They take care of our families, they provide for their basic needs, of course making sure that they got food and clothing and warmth. And here is one of our amazing shelter staff here, Maribel, and we're so grateful for the great work that you do and the incredible compassion to help families in crisis. So thanks for being so awesome.
Thank you, my pleasure. No worries.
The kitchen is the heart and soul of every home, and of course, it's the same here at In From the Cold. This year so far, we've given out 95,000 delicious and nutritious meals to our families so that they can, of course, have their basic food security needs met. And we rely incredibly heavily on volunteers, not only to prepare the food, but to help to serve it, and then, of course, to clean up after the fact. In fact, so far this year, the Inn, we've logged over 12,000 volunteer hours where people have come in and helped us, of course, serve these nutritious and delicious meals. And of course, we have incredible kitchen staff who look after our families and do such a great job of providing not only delicious meals, but also nutritious meals. So thank you for all of the incredible work you do. We can't say enough about the food here at In From the Cold and the value that it provides for our families. At In From the Cold, many of our families have not had access to consistent expert medical care. And of course, you can imagine with children how important it is that they get access to the right care at the right time, at the right place. And so, because of your support, we actually have 2 full-time nurses here. We have an occupational therapist, and we also have a health navigator who helps connect our families to the right resource at the right time, at the right place. And so we just want to thank our medical team for their incredible work and everything that they do. Can't do what we do without your support. So of course our families come to us with many needs, and many needs, from economic to having challenges as newcomers to Canada to access to income support, you name it. And so one of the great things about In From the Cold is our assessment and triage workers, and we've got a couple of workers here right now. And of course, thank you for your incredible work that you do on behalf of our families. This is our sensory room here at In From the Cold, and through a generous donation from Hockey Helps the Homeless, we're able to build this sensory room. And of course, as you can tell, it gives an opportunity for children and families to come and just to have a calm space where they can receive a little bit of therapy and a little bit of play therapy for, of course, some of the anxiety and toxic stress that they might be carrying. And of course, this is Tiana. She's our occupational therapist and works with our children and our families right here. So thanks for that, Tiana. Our last stop is one of our most special places here at In From the Cold, and of course it's the Crescent Point Energy Kids Zone, made possible of course through a generous donation from Crescent Point Energy. Thank you for that. And 60% of our guests here are 18 or under at In From the Cold, so mostly children. And it was so important to us to have a safe space where our children could come, where they could play. Stress in children who experience homelessness is off the charts, and so this is a safe place for them to come and have some play and also experience some healthy brain development with our amazing ECD, our early childhood development team. So thanks so much for the incredible work that you do. It's so awesome. So as you can tell, shelter is so much more than a bed and a meal. Here at In From the Cold, we are an emergency shelter, but we're also an agency that believes wholeheartedly in a community where no child or family is homeless. And so to that end, at any one time, we could have 30, 35 families here in our shelter. We have about 60 families in housing, in Scattered Site, in Journey House 1 and Journey House 2. And of course, we can't do that without your help and without your support. So from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to wish you happy holidays and of course a happy new year. And of course to all of our donors, to all of our volunteers, to all of our stakeholders, we are so grateful as we all work together building a community where no child or family is homeless. Happy 2018.